Over the years, I've had hundreds upon hundreds of consultations with different subscribers. And an issue that continues to arise and pop up over and over and over again is not about social anxiety. It's not about approaching women. It's not about getting over rejection. The number one top issue that comes up is men being able to acknowledge and accept that a woman isn't into them any longer and cutting her loose, walking away. Now, the reason why most men have a hard time walking away and getting rid of women is because you think that's the only woman who can never love you, who can never like you. You have a soulmate sort of mentality. You are a prisoner in the moment. You're still thinking about, man, she really liked me and she had the hots for me 7, 8 months ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I can still reclaim that glory. I know she still likes me. Let me tell you something, guys. Women fall out of love with men just like that because they operate on feelings. They can like you today. They can dislike you tomorrow. That's just how females are. So if you want to be 100 times more attractive in a woman's eyes, what you need to do is do what the vast majority of men cannot do. Be able to cut her off. Say to yourself, you know, this situation isn't working out for me. It's totally one-sided. I'm always reaching out and texting her first to try to set something up. She continues to flake on me and cancel dates. She always wants to reschedule. She gets around me and she doesn't want to have sex with me. She's not really that enthused to be around me and excited. It just feels like I'm a burden. Have you guys felt that before? I know I have. And you're like, man, it just feels like it's pulling teeth. And my famous saying is, if it feels like it's pulling teeth, it's not for you, Chief. It's time to cut it loose. See, when you cut women off and you get rid of women, and you're going to have to practice doing this, what's going to happen is, number one, it's going to let her know that, man, he's not like all the other guys who I'm able to put on layaway, who I'm able to just put on the shelf or put on the bench. And when I get bored and I don't have anybody to talk to, I can just get him and grab him and just have him for entertainment. You're not one of those guys. See, if you're a high value guy, you should have no issue with getting rid of women who are not enthused and excited to be around you every single time. See, that's what you guys have to practice. You have to practice telling yourself that, man, I deserve a woman who's excited to be around me. And if she's not anymore and things have dwindled down, okay, let me get rid of her. Because I guarantee you she has no issue with getting rid of you. Let me cut her off and go deal with the woman who is really into me. Guys, you work far too hard in life. You're grinding, you're building your life up, your finances, your physical physique, and you're learning new things. You should want a woman who's excited to be a part of your life, not you to be a part of a woman's life. See, that's what needs to happen. You need to change your mindset. When you don't have fear of getting rid of any female at any moment, you know you've made it in life. I just had a one-on-one consultation with a brother yesterday. His name's Dustin. Shout out to you, man. And he's with a woman a while back and everything was going great. And over time, she just lost attraction for him and you know how it goes. And she just basically wasn't giving him sex and she wants to be kind of this friend type of text buddy. I said, so listen, Dustin, why are you still dealing with this woman? What's the issue? And he said, man, I don't know. And the real issue was, when we unraveled things, was that he basically was holding on to how she made him feel in the past. The crazy, mind-blowing sex that she was giving him on tap. See, that's what happens. Too many guys live in the past as opposed to looking at the situation, recognizing it for what it is, and say, you know what? It's time for me to pack my bags. It's time for me to go deal with a woman who really likes me. And you deserve that as a man. You don't deserve to be basically trying to manipulate a woman into liking you, trying to beg her, trying to negotiate attraction and everything. No, it should be, a woman should be hot and ready, just like a pizza out of oven, hot and ready to go for you. And if you feel she's not like that anymore, okay, Fine, I'll accept that. I'll acknowledge it. Now it's time for you to get out of my life, and I'll insert another woman into my life who's going to be hot and ready. You don't want a woman who has lukewarm to low interest, do you? Doesn't feel good. It just always feels like you're climbing a mountain and you're trying to get her, and she just is running away. You want a woman to be pursuing you, because when she makes everything easy. But when you're pursuing a woman, if you notice, and you're chasing her, you're trying to make things happen, what happens? She makes things extremely hard. This is why I tell you guys, make sure she's pursuing and chasing you, because women don't value guys who are unable to get rid of them, who are always chasing them, who are always trying to beg and basically plead to make things happen. But it's far easier and organic and natural for a woman to pursue and chase a guy, because then it's easier for us to direct, lead, and guide and make things happen, and have the situations that we want. So guys, if it feels like that you're in a situation right now, and most of you know, you have that feeling in your gut where you're like, yeah, I'm going to text her one more time. Let me text her again. Let me try to ask her on a date one more time. Let me try to go ahead, keep trying. You're going to frustrate yourself, and you got to give yourself a headache, and you're going to be angry, and you're going to be mad at her, as opposed to just saying, you know what? I accept the situation for what it is. I see she's not really into me on that high level like I want. Okay, see you later. I'm on to bigger and better things. Guys, there's too many fish in the sea for you to be begging, for you to be waiting around for a woman to give you sex, to like you. That's low value, beta weak behavior. Your value is higher than that. I don't care how good this woman looks. I don't care what type of situation you guys had in the past. I don't care how crazy the sex was you guys had. Don't wait around. Don't sit around and wait for a woman to give you sex, to like you. Cut her off. It's the most attractive thing you can do. Because think about it, guys. The vast majority of women have never had a guy cut her off. Cut the attention off. Stop talking to her. Get rid of her. This is what makes women come back to you more. Now, of course, she has to be attracted to you. But at the same time, when you're able to do this, and you're just able to say, enough is enough, no more. I'm done with dealing with your mess. I'm done with dealing with your garbage. What's going to happen is it's going to, number one, free you up to talk to women who actually really attracted to you. And number two, it's going to have her come back to you 100 times more attractive, because she's like, man, this guy Darius, he's able to get rid of me. I've never felt that feeling before. I've never felt like I was low as dirt. I never felt like I was replaceable. See, women think that we're replaceable because there's so many guys who want to have sex and hook up and all this other stuff. But when you show a woman that she's replaceable, that she's not this significant goddess, this queen in your life, when you show her that you're able to get rid of her and walk away, listen, your attraction will go through the roof. She will see you as, man, this guy is totally different. Something is different about him. Okay, let me get on board of his program. That's the thing. If she doesn't feel that way and she doesn't want to get on board with your program, that's totally understandable. But at least you're not wasting any time. At least you're not hoping and praying and throwing pennies in the wishing well and hoping that she likes you and comes around and wants to be with you and wants to have sex with you. Never, ever. One of the worst things you can do is play a woman's waiting games, because she'll have you waiting for a long time. You want to be with a woman who's hot and ready, who's ready to have sex with you, who's excited to be around you. Because I've had women like that who were really excited, and I've had women who were just lukewarm, who text messages were dry, and I just knew, like, you know, this girl ain't really into me like that, so I moved on. I didn't waste any time. And I'm going to tell you this, a lot of women, they want to waste your time. As messed up as it is, they don't mind just sitting there texting you and dry texting you and everything. They don't too much care about pleasing you or trying to get together and make you happy. So you have to be able to cut women off like that. Like, don't wait a week or two, cut them off like that. When you start sensing that lack of enthusiasm for that woman, cut her off. Trust me. If you want a woman to be 100 times more attracted to you today, cut her off, walk away, Life is too short to be dealing with women who aren't enthused and excited to be around you.